was driving home from college last summer. A 5-hour trip that turned into 8 because I decided to leave at midnight. My old car hummed down that endless 2-lane highway, the kind where the stars are bright and the radio static feels alive. Around 2:30 a.m., I pulled into a lonely gas station somewhere outside of town. Only one pump worked, and the overhead light flickered every few seconds. The attendant was nowhere to be seen. As I filled up, I heard someone whistling. It came from the side of the building, low, slow, and off-key. I called out, "Hey, you open?" No answer. Just that broken whistle, growing louder, closer. When I rounded the corner, there was a man standing by the vending machines. He was facing away from me, but his reflection in the glass showed his eyes wide open, staring right at me. I froze. He didn't move, didn't blink, just kept whistling through cracked lips. Then the light above us flickered once more, and he was gone. No sound, no footsteps, nothing. Only my gas pump still clicking quietly in the dark. I didn't even close the fuel cap. I just drove. And I swear, for the next 50 miles, that same off-key whistle played faintly through my static radio. Back in 2014, I worked long-haul deliveries across the Midwest. I'd often see people stranded on the side of the road, flat tires, broken lights, that kind of thing. But this one woman, something about her didn't sit right. It was 3 a.m. when I saw her, standing under a broken highway light, holding one arm out for a ride. She was barefoot, wearing a soaked white dress that clung to her like it hadn't dried in days. I slowed down. When my headlights hit her, she looked up, eyes sunken, lips pale, trembling. She mouthed something I couldn't hear, so I pulled over. When I turned on my hazard lights and stepped out. She was gone. I looked down both sides of the road. Nothing but empty asphalt. And that's when I saw it. A wet footprint on my driver's side door. I didn't pick up another hitchhiker after that. But 3 weeks later, a fellow driver told me about the highway woman, a ghost who appears only to those who almost hit her. They say she died near that same light pole in 1978, waiting for a ride home that never came. This happened to my brother when he was on his way to visit me in Oregon. He called me at 1 a.m., whispering like he was hiding. He said he stopped at a rest area just past mile marker 22. The bathrooms were old, concrete, the kind that echoed with every drop of water. He went into the men's room. Only one light worked. While washing his hands, he heard someone sobbing softly in one of the stalls. He thought maybe someone was hurt, so he called out, "Hey, you okay?" No answer. Just quiet crying, echoing off the walls. He bent down to check under the stall. No feet. Then the crying stopped. And from inside the stall, he heard it whisper, "I see you." My brother ran out, didn't stop till he reached his car. When he called me, he was shaking so bad I could hear his teeth chatter through the phone. The next morning, Highway Patrol told him that rest stop had been closed for 2 years. The doors chained, the bathrooms condemned. The CB radio transmission. I'm a tow truck driver in northern Nevada. Most nights, I drive stretches of road where no one should be out past midnight. 2 months ago, I picked up a strange transmission on my CB radio. A man's voice, crackling through static. Can anybody hear me? She's in the back seat. At first, I thought it was a prank, but his tone wasn't joking. sounded terrified, out of breath. He kept whispering, "Don't look in the mirror." I tried responding. Nothing but static. Then, my radio hissed louder, like someone was breathing right into the mic. And then, in my rearview mirror, I saw a figure sitting in my tow truck's back seat. Pale, almost translucent, her face barely visible. I swerved off the road, turned to look. The seat was empty, but on my CB, that same man's voice whispered again, almost pleading, "She's looking at you now." I don't use that radio anymore. If you've made it this far, you already know the night isn't quiet. It's just full of things that don't want to be seen.